Walked around half the lake already. Can't see anything to go on. It's quite busy on here. It's about 4 people in, I think. I'm just going to walk the rest of the lake, make some decisions. I might even walk the other lake actually, to be fair, see how busy it is on there, because I've not fished that yet. The swim I was just in, first time I was here, they were showing out in the morning, first thing in the morning, right out in front of that swim. But that was back before, that was early spring. We're now sort of talking autumn time, so it doesn't mean they're going to be in the same place, although sort of similar weather conditions. I'm inclined to fish up this end. Let me go and have a look around the other lake. See what's going on there, see how busy it is and that. Like I say, I've not fished it yet, so it'll be a nice opportunity to give it a go. This is the other bit. This is just a little bay on the edge of it. Don't know if you'll be able to see the main lake. Yeah, just about from here. Got bird life out in the middle there. I'm going to have a wander around, see how near on here. Might be worth giving it a go. First time. There's something moving around there. Started off in the middle of the screen there and then off towards the bush. I've never seen anyone fishing in this swim. Like a side bay, yeah. Well, I've done an optical hour now, as Adam Penning says. Still not walked much of this lake. I've seen, obviously, there's bird life there. But still not really seen anything else to go on. Just saw one come out. See a nice fish come straight out, head and shoulders up. It's good enough for me. No one's fishing that area, I've got that whole area to myself, so quick brush round to the van, drive round to the other car park, get my gear out. Let's go, job done. Yeah, the fish I saw come out was definitely nearer 30 pound than it was 20, that's for sure. Yeah, first time I've been on this this lake. I fished the back lake, but not this one, so lovely to see something show. Gives me a bit of confidence. Chuck a little tiny PVA bag out there for now and keep my eyes open, see what's going on. Catch you in a bit. Right, I've just wrapped up the rod to the maximum distance for this swim, which is 11 wraps. I'm hoping that'll be just about right. There's still some little bubbles coming up there as well. Fish are still there, so hopefully 11 wraps will be about the right distance. Looks about right. Yeah, if not, I'll have to adjust it, but I don't want to disturb the water too much. Just going to do a quick small bag, chuck it out there, get it fishing. Literally just come out again, further towards me now. Bloody hell, same fish I think as well. Exciting stuff. Go on, quick, get your bag out there. Balls. Oh man. Not sure if anyone's seen it either. Don't think anyone's really looking down this end, so. Right, that's 3 times it showed. I've just literally plonked the second rod right on its head, rightly or wrongly. Both the bags on. It's definitely active, 3 shows. Look at this one on its head. It's sort of been moving that way, but now it's moved back a little bit this way, so right hand rod's sort of over there, a bit more closer in. Don't know what I'm fishing over, but hence solid bag. I know it doesn't eliminate all risk, but it's a start. Gets me fishing on fish. Got the old Fox alarms again. Stick with these till I've got my new alarms. Alright, I've got 2 rods fishing, that's good enough for me at the moment. Don't even know if I'll put a third one out, but there's a lad walking around, same as I did, but it was well worth spending the time having a wander around, that's for sure. Right, fingers crossed for a bite. So this is a kind of, I suppose, a point swim really, so you've got all this area out in front there. So obviously the other rod, not obviously, but my choice would be to put the other rod over here somewhere if I see something. But I'm in no rush to get a third rod out, to be fair. 2's enough. 2's enough to catch 1 fish. That's what I'm here for. Just the one, or two, or three, or four. No, happy with one. Work overnight, so I've seen a little bit of bubbling going over there though. If I definitely see something, I'll definitely put a third rod out, because these two staying where they are, definitely. But that's where that lad's ended up fishing over there. Luckily I've got no one fishing around me really. There's a guy 2 swims down that way, which is miles away and facing the other way, so obviously I'd like to know what I'm fishing over at some point, but it was too good an opportunity to miss, to not chuck a couple of bags out there. So yeah, play it by ear with what I do. I don't want to let around too much. I'd rather risk not being presented at the moment, but being where fish are, rather than scare the fish off. I haven't seen any more activity, so maybe I've possibly scared them off, but hopefully they'll be back. I think it's the same fish I saw every time. Doesn't mean he was on his own though. So yeah, I'm excited. First time on this lake, hopefully I can catch first fish out of this lake. Right, all set up nicely. Rods, obviously you know are out, divvied up. Bobbin lift and bleat from the right hand rod. Well, what a lovely evening. Quite like this spot. Just looked on the rules. From November the 1st, SIGs are allowed, which I think will be a good edge on here. I think they're allowed up to the end of March or something, but yeah, on the right day, the right conditions, I reckon they could be deadly. For dinner, I am having fins, soft brown Warburton fins. Right, for dinner I'm having Warburton's fins. Never had them before. And inside the fins is going a mixture of meat and some mixed olives and mature cheddar. So I'm just going to warm the fins through, lightly toast them, and then larret some of this in there. Never had it before. I'll give it a go. There we go. Looks alright, I think. That was actually really, really tasty. Nice mixture of flavours. If you've watched some of the older videos, you'll see I was going raving about these for a little while. Well, they went out of the shops, out of the Tesco's on these, but they're back. They're expensive, but they were worth it. Give them a go. If you haven't tried them, give them a go. swans are relentless. That since the moment I got here, yeah, they just keep flapping. Yeah. Okay. Another show right over my rod then. Morning, by the way. It's 7:15 now. I've been up since about 6:30. The bloody swans all night. Moon's still out. Just over there. And I've had a show on my left hand rod. Just sitting there waiting patiently. Hopefully it'll work. Another show just out there. We're in the centre of the lake then. Another angler just set up over there between two trees. Yeah, so to catch out of these lakes is not particularly easy, so might not get a bite, even though we're seeing the fish, but I'm doing all the right things. If I don't get a bite, it's only the fish's fault. I don't know whether it's the size of it or whether it's the blackout material inside. Doesn't breathe as well as the XL, but I get so much condensation. So I've used it this trip, and I used it the last trip on a private lake, and it's absolutely dripping inside. I mean, you've got the vapor shield to stop it dripping on your head, but all the edges are wet. And being small in there, and me being quite big, and the bed being it's compact, but it's bigger than a compact, if that makes sense. Yeah. I'm used to bivvies that breathe, I think, or brollies. They can tend to leak in heavy rain, but they don't get so much condensation in. So I'm just sitting here, it's about 7:30 now. Got bite time window, I'd say till about 10 o'clock, I reckon. Not that I know for sure, but that's a guess. So I've never even fished this lake, so did have a good night, but the swans were noisy. Obviously you got the road noise, but that comes with fishing a gravel pit basically, doesn't it, by a motorway, so. But yeah, the swans were noisy. Time for a brew, methinks. Another show just there. Definitely in the right area. Definitely the right distance out as well, so. Going on a little guest session this weekend. Another lake. There's no publicity, so I won't be doing any filming, but I'm just making up a couple of rigs so I can get there early, get some rods out quick. So just doing like a hinge stiff type variant. So I can just chuck some rods out straight away with a little mesh bag on. So, yeah, I'm just making them up now. well. First fish, first night on the lake. I'm sure I was going to get a bite, but you never know, do you? After seeing so many shows. Lovely. It's a beautiful fish. I will show you the other side because it's a bit different. It's not have it out of the water too long, turn it around again. It's got beautiful little scattered scales by the wrist of its tail. Absolutely beautiful fish. Well, what can I say? I'm one happy bloke. I can go to work. Very happy man. Put the effort in. Took the risk of not being presented. But I was pretty confident I was. Got the prize. What a beautiful morning. Anyway, I just want to say quickly thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one hopefully. Cheers.